Very good morning to one and all. Wishing you all a very happy Independence Day. This year we are celebrating the 74th Independence Day of our country. This pandemic has moved the celebrations online for most of the schools. So please maintain social distancing and safety guidelines and keep your community safe. That would be the true spirit of this Independence Day 2020. Today we'll deal a topic on genetic disorders. So, genetic disorders is a disease or syndrome that is caused by an abnormality in an individual's DNA. So, these abnormalities can range from a small mutation in a single gene to the addition or subtraction of an entire chromosome or even a set of chromosomes. So, these genetic disorders are of two types. These genetic disorders, they are of two types. One is called as the Mendelian disorders. The other one is called as the chromosomal disorders. Chromosomal disorders. So, Mendelian disorders and the chromosomal disorders. Okay, now talking about the Mendelian disorders. These disorders mainly determined by alteration or mutation in the single gene. Such a condition can be seen since birth and be deduced on the basis of family history using the family tree. You call it as pedigree analysis. So this analysis carried out is known as pedigree analysis. These genetic disorders may or may not be inherited. So they may or may not be inherited. So these inheritable genetic disorders, they occur in the germline cells, whereas non-inheritable genetic disorders, the defects are generally caused by new mutations or due to some changes in the DNA. For example, if you can take cancer, it is caused either by an inherited gene or by non-inherited gene. That is by means of a new mutation, so which is caused by the environment. Okay, now let me tell you about the types of Mendelian disorders. What are the types of Mendelian disorders? The types of Mendelian disorders, first it includes autosomal dominant, second you call it as autosomal recessive, third sex-linked dominant, fourth sex-linked recessive, and by means of mitochondria. So the types of Mendelian disorders: autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, sex-linked dominant, sex-linked recessive, and mitochondria. Now I will tell you the examples of Mendelian disorders. What are the examples of Mendelian disorders? Examples. You can say thalassemia, phenylketonuria, albinism, sickle cell anemia, hemophilia, Huntington's disease. So these are the examples of Mendelian disorders: thalassemia, albinism, phenylketonuria, sickle cell anemia, hemophilia, and the Huntington's disease. So before I was talking about this autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive and all. First of all, you have to know what is autosomal dominant. So it means that the gene is located on one of the number or the non-sex chromosome, as I already told in the genetic while taking the previous class. In the molecular genetics, I might have explained about the chromosomes and all. So it means that the gene is located on one of the numbers or the non-sex chromosome. So dominant means that a single copy of the disease-associated mutation is enough to cause the disease. So that is autosomal dominant. Whereas this autosomal recessive disorder means two copies of an abnormal gene must be present in order for the disease to develop. So that is only the difference between the autosomal dominant and autosomal recessive. This examples, this thalassemia, phenylketonuria, will be dealt after a couple of minutes. An appeal to the passengers, Zotac Channel offers online classes for the students of 10th, 11th, 12th biology and NEET crash courses with affordable prices. Please contact Dr. Sangeeta, Zotac Channel Chennai, mobile 944-547952, email drsangeethas@gmail.com. Dhanyavad. Welcome back. So we'll talk about thalassemia. So thalassemia, it is caused by an autosomal recessive disorder. This is a type of disorder in which the body makes abnormal amount of hemoglobin. As a result, large number of red blood cells are destroyed that will lead to anemia. So normally speaking, hemoglobin has got 4 polypeptide chains. It has got 2 alpha and 2 beta chains. It has got what? 2 alpha and 2 beta globin chains. So these patients have defects either in alpha or in the beta chain. So this thalassemia is classified into alpha and beta based on which chain of hemoglobin molecule is affected. So it is controlled by 2 closely linked genes, that is HbA1 and HbA2. HbA1 and HbA2, which is present on the chromosome 16. Okay, so this mutation or deletion of one or more of the 4 alpha gene alleles, they cause alpha thalassemia. Fine. So mutation or deletion of one or more. Mutation means what? The sudden changes, or if any of thing is going to delete. So one or more of the 4 alpha gene alleles, they cause alpha thalassemia. In beta thalassemia, what is happening? The production of beta globin chain is affected. So this is controlled by a single gene, that is HBB on chromosome 11. So it is a common type of thalassemia, which is also called as the Cooley's anemia. I hope you understood this thalassemia. Next, talking about albinism. Albinism, what is albinism? It is an inborn error of metabolism. Albinism, just a minute. Albinism. It is an inborn error. So, it is an inborn error of metabolism caused due to an autosomal recessive gene. It is caused by autosomal recessive gene. Fine. So, what is happening? Albinism, the melanin pigment which is responsible for the skin color. Absence of melanin results in a condition called albinism. Can you understand? So, the melanin pigment which is responsible for giving your skin color, whereas in this case, the absence of melanin results in a condition called as albinism. Okay, a person with a recessive allele, he lacks an enzyme called tyrosinase enzyme. He lacks what? An enzyme called tyrosinase. He lacks an enzyme called tyrosinase enzyme system which is required for the conversion of dihydroxyphenylalanine. What is that? Dihydroxyphenylalanine. Dihydroxyphenylalanine into the melanin pigment inside the melanocytes. So, in this condition, this in albino, melanocytes are present in the normal numbers. Melanocytes are present in normal, but melanin is absent. That is the condition in albinism. They lack the melanin pigment. Now, we'll talk about phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria. So, phenylketonuria is a genetic disorder it is autosomal recessive in nature. Autosomal recessive gene. It is due to the autosomal recessive in nature. So, it is an inborn error caused due to the decreased metabolism level of the amino acid called phenylalanine. Phenylalanine. So, in this disorder, the affected person does not have the enzyme that converts the phenylalanine to tyrosine. As a result, phenylalanine accumulation takes place in the body and is converted into many derivatives which result in mental retardation. That is the phenylketonuria. So what is happening? So phenylalanine, when there is an accumulation, so as a result, phenylalanine accumulation takes place in the body and it is converted into many derivatives which results in the mental retardation. Then finally, we will talk about hemophilia. Hemophilia, this is a sex-linked recessive disorder. So all this we are talking about autosomal recessive, autosomal dominant. This hemophilia is a sex-linked recessive disorder. It is a sex-linked recessive disorder. So according to the genetic inheritance pattern, the unaffected carrier mother passes on the hemophilic genes to her sons. So, the possibility of a female becoming a hemophilic is extremely rare because mother of such a female has to be at least carrier and the father should be hemophilic. So, this family pedigree of Queen Victoria also shows a number of hemophilic descendants as she was a carrier of the disease. I hope you understood this hemophilia. Let me repeat. So, this is a sex-linked recessive disorder. According to the genetic inheritance pattern, the unaffected carrier mother passes on the hemophilic genes to her sons. So, the possibility is what? A female becoming a hemophilic is extremely rare because mother of such a female has to be at least a carrier and the father should be hemophilic. Understood? So that was the case in the case of hemophilia. And lastly, we'll talk about the Huntington's chorea. Huntington's chorea It is inherited as an autosomal dominant lethal gene in man. Autosomal dominant lethal gene in man. So it is characterized by involuntary jerking of the body and progressive degeneration in the nervous system accompanied by gradual mental and physical deterioration. That is Huntington's chorea. Bye for now. Thank you.